Nothing can truly defeat you, or not betrayal, not failure, not loss, if you understand one thing: the world doesn't reward innocence, it rewards awareness. People fail not because they are weak, but because they are blind. They think life is fair. They believe effort automatically leads to success and that goodness guarantees peace. But Machiavelli saw through this illusion centuries ago when he wrote that the world is not governed by angels, but by men. He understood that strength without wisdom is fragile, and kindness without strategy is self-destruction. Life is not about being good, it's about being smart enough to protect your goodness. You are not here to be liked or accepted. You are here to become unshakable. The undefeatable person is not the one who never falls, but the one who understands why they fell and uses that knowledge to rise with greater precision. Imagine a young man, ambitious, hardworking, loyal. He stays late at work, helps everyone, and believes that if he gives his best, the world will reward him. But when promotion time comes, he's overlooked. His ideas are taken, his name forgotten. And when he speaks up, he's labeled as difficult. That's the moment he realizes something most people never do: the world doesn't reward effort, it rewards power. Success isn't about who deserves it most, it's about who understands human nature best. Many people live this silent defeat every day, in their jobs, their relationships, and their friendships, because they don't understand how people truly think. But once you learn that truth, once you see what Machiavelli saw, you become undefeatable. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the world tests your strength, not your goodness, how to rise above emotional traps, and the 8 Machiavellian principles that make you mentally and strategically unstoppable. These are not lessons in cruelty, they're lessons in clarity. They'll teach you how to move through a chaotic world with calm precision. Drop this affirmation in the comments: I control my destiny. Lesson 1: Power respects strategy, not emotion. Most people react instantly to what hurts them. The wise calculate. When someone disrespects you, it's natural to feel angry, but emotional reactions give your power away. Machiavelli once said, "A wise man does at once what a fool does at last." In modern life, that means those who control their emotions act before others even think clearly. In the age of social media, people reveal everything: their plans, their pain, their rage. But those who win stay quiet. They observe. They plan. They understand that control over one's emotions is control over one's destiny. Every time you defend your pride, you're being distracted from your purpose. The true power is in calm strategy. Ask yourself, how much energy have you wasted reacting instead of directing? Drop this affirmation: I master my emotions, they don't master me. Lesson 2: Never show all your cards. Machiavelli wrote, "Men judge more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see, but few can feel." What he meant was simple: the world sees your image, not your intentions. It's not enough to be good, you must appear wise, controlled, and intentional. Mystery multiplies influence. When people know everything about you, your goals, your insecurities, your struggles, they gain leverage. In contrast, silence and unpredictability create respect. When you're mysterious, people hesitate to challenge you because they can't predict your next move. In your relationships and your work, you don't owe anyone your full transparency. Share less, observe more. Speak only when it strengthens your position. Let your results speak louder than your words. Try this: next time someone asks your plans, answer simply and briefly. Watch how the power dynamic subtly shifts. Lesson 3: Loyalty has an expiry date. This is one of Machiavelli's darkest truths. He said, "Men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, and covetous." He wasn't condemning human nature, he was describing it. People are loyal only as long as their interests align with yours. When their benefit ends, their loyalty often follows. This doesn't mean you should stop trusting people. It means you should build your relationships on value exchange, not blind emotion. Create bonds that are mutually beneficial, friendships where growth is shared, alliances where both sides gain. In modern life, this applies to work, love, and even family. Don't cling to loyalty that has expired. People change. Circumstances shift. The wise accept it and adapt. Ask yourself, who around you would still stand by you if they had nothing to gain? That's your answer. Drop this affirmation: I give value, not blind trust. Lesson 4: Control is never given, it's taken. Many people wait for permission from their families, their employers, or society to start living. They wait for the right time, the perfect moment, or for someone to say, "You're ready." But power doesn't wait. It acts. Machiavelli taught that fortune is a woman, and it is necessary to conquer her. His message was that opportunity favors the bold. The world bends to those who act decisively, not those who hesitate. In today's world, this means stop waiting to feel ready. You'll never be. Confidence comes from movement, not meditation. You gain power not by overthinking but by acting while others freeze. Take that job. Launch that project. Speak your idea. When you move, life moves with you. Try this: the next time fear whispers "not yet," do it anyway. That's how you seize control of your life. Lesson 5: Appear virtuous, but think strategically. Machiavelli never advised leaders to be evil. What he said was far more nuanced: it is well to seem merciful, faithful, humane, sincere, and religious, and also to be so, but with a mind so framed that when it is necessary to be otherwise, you may be able to change to the opposite. In other words, be good, but don't be predictable. Appear kind, patient, and composed, because that's how you build trust. But behind that calm exterior, stay alert and strategic. Most people confuse kindness with weakness. You must never allow that. In modern life, your reputation is your armor. Be polite, but not submissive. Be patient, but not passive. The key is to balance morality with realism. The wise know when to be gentle and when to be firm. Drop this affirmation: I stay calm, but never naive. Lesson 6: Use absence as power. In a world obsessed with attention, the most powerful people are those who don't chase it. Attention is the currency of our time. People post, argue, and perform just to be seen. But the one who can withhold attention, who can remain silent and invisible when others crave validation, holds true control. Machiavelli understood that scarcity creates value. When you are constantly available, people begin to take you for granted. But when you step back, when you create distance, curiosity and respect grow. In relationships, silence after disrespect restores dignity. In business, scarcity increases demand. When you withdraw from chaos, people suddenly realize your importance. Use absence strategically. It's a subtle but powerful weapon. Ask yourself, are you too available to people who don't value you? Try this: pause before replying, stay silent when unnecessary, and watch how your influence increases. Lesson 7. Expect betrayal, and be ready for it. This is not pessimism, it's preparation. Machiavelli warned, "He who builds on the people builds on the mud." Meaning, trust is fragile, and the wise always have a backup plan. Trust people, but never depend entirely on them. In love, maintain self-respect. In friendship, keep boundaries. In business, diversify your alliances. Dependence breeds vulnerability. When people know you can't survive without them, they'll eventually use it against you, sometimes unconsciously. Maintain independence even in unity. That's not isolation, it's strength. Drop this affirmation: I trust wisely, not blindly. Lesson 8. Adapt or die. Perhaps Machiavelli's most practical lesson is this: he who neglects what is done for what ought to be done learns his ruin rather than his preservation. In simpler terms, the world doesn't reward idealism, it rewards adaptability. The people who suffer most are those who cling to how things should be instead of facing how they are. The world changes fast, morals, systems, politics, even friendships evolve. Those who adapt stay relevant, those who don't are destroyed by reality. In business, adaptability means learning new skills when industries shift. In relationships, it means growing through communication instead of nostalgia. In life, it means accepting imperfection and using it as your strength. Stop wishing the world was fair. Learn to win in the world that exists. That's true mastery. Pause for a moment and reflect. These lessons are not cynical, they're realistic. They aren't about manipulating people but about understanding them. Once you understand the rules, you can play the game without losing your soul. Try this mindset shift: stop asking, "Why are people like this?" and start asking, "How can I move wisely within this reality?" Every disappointment becomes data. Every rejection becomes redirection. Every betrayal becomes a lesson in self-control. Write this down: I move with awareness, not emotion. Think back to that young man we talked about earlier, the one who worked hard, got overlooked, and lost faith. He's different now. He no longer acts out of emotion. He no longer over-explains himself. He studies people. He moves with intent. He is calm, focused, and unstoppable. He isn't bitter, he's strategic. He isn't naive, he's aware. He doesn't need validation, he commands respect through quiet power. This is what Machiavelli truly meant by strength. Not dominance over others, but dominion over self. So ask yourself, will you continue to react emotionally, or will you rise above? Will you keep hoping life becomes fair, or will you become strong enough to thrive regardless? Will you remain blind to power, or will you master it? If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to hear this truth. The world doesn't need more good people who are crushed by life, it needs wise people who can't be broken. Your transformation begins now. Every principle you've heard today is a mirror reflecting who you are and who you can become. Drop this final affirmation in the comments: I am aware, I am strategic, I am undefeatable. Because once you see the truth, you can never be deceived again. And once you master yourself, no betrayal, no loss, no failure can ever defeat you.